Hello, CU SoCal. Today we're going to talk about your foundation, your focus, and exponential opportunities. About 850 years ago, in the year 1173, one of the most famous structures in Italy was built, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. When the workers were laying the foundation, they discovered that the soil was much softer than they anticipated. But nonetheless, they decided to forge ahead and build the tower. As a result, that tower today is off-center by about 13 feet. Every year, scientists go and visit the tower and they determine how much longer it's going to stay standing, but they all agree that someday, unless the tower is reinforced, it's going to fall over, it's going to crumble into bits and pieces. My message to you is this: build out a strong foundation in your personal life and in your work life. If you've ever built a house, you probably know that the most important phase is building out the foundation. Yes, it can be fun to talk about the color of the carpeting, the drapes, what color you're going to paint the walls, but none of that matters at all if you don't have the right foundation. So, what's our foundation at CU SoCal, and how can you build out this foundation? I'm going to tell you that I believe our foundation at CU SoCal is care. We have a foundation of care. And as I often say, it's a matter of degree. In this case, how strong is your foundation? How strong is our foundation? But I think the biggest question is, what can you do in your personal life and at CU SoCal to build out this foundation of care? I think you can hang around the right friends, read the right books, listen to the right podcasts. There's all sorts of things you can do to build out your foundation of care. So, next, focus. Okay, focus. About 2 weeks ago, I was out on the water paddleboarding, and I noticed an individual on another paddleboard paddling right at me. And I gotta tell you, never in my life have I up front, in person, witnessed or took a look at someone that was so physically fit. This person looked like a professional athlete. Behind this paddleboarder were 4 kayaks with 2 people in each kayak. Then I started to look not just at the paddleboarder, but at the individuals in these kayaks. You know, you have to realize I'm out paddleboarding with a Gilligan's Island hat on, my country music playing, and I'm just kind of taken back by this athlete in the front on a paddleboard, but then I'm really taken back by what I see in the kayaks. The 8 different individuals in these kayaks, they were also very physically fit, and I was, gotta tell you, feeling quite inferior. But I decided to do something a little weird, which I can do once in a while. I yelled out to the person in the back of the last kayak, I said, "Hey, you guys must be part of some sports team." And he said, with some kind of accent, I don't know what country he was from. He goes, "Yes, we are." And I said, "Well, what sport do you play?" And he said, "Well, we're Olympians." I thought, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know when the Olympics are going to take place because of COVID-19, but my message to you is this. When I saw the lead person on a paddleboard, and then I saw the other 8 individuals in the kayaks, immediately, I could tell that they were physically fit. These Olympians focused on their sport, and it was obvious. So my question to you is, what are you focusing on? What are you focusing on? Most people never achieve what they're looking for in life because they don't concentrate their focus. They don't concentrate their power. Instead, they dabble their way through life and never master anything. Unlike the Olympic athletes, they master whatever event they're going to be participating in. What are you mastering in your life? Are you focusing on something? Build out your foundation of care and then focus on something and master it. Master what you're doing at CU SoCal. Become the very best at what you're doing. So what happens if you can build out a strong foundation of care and focus on becoming the best you can be? I'll tell you will happen. I was listening to a consultant, and here's what he said will happen. When you have a strong foundation and you focus, you will start to experience success. And as you experience success, more and more opportunities will come your way. As a matter of fact, there will be so many opportunities that you won't know which opportunity to take advantage of. As a matter of fact, this consultant said, and I think it's so true, your opportunities will multiply, and what will happen is your opportunities won't be linear, they'll be exponential. So if you build out a foundation of care and you master what you're doing, you're going to eventually have exponential opportunities. The very opposite is true. If you're depressed, you may start drinking. You may start drinking because you're depressed. After you start drinking, you then may begin to isolate yourself because you're drinking and you're depressed. You may then start to lose your friends because you've isolated yourself and you're drinking and you're depressed. You may then lose your job because you've lost your friends, you're isolating yourself, you're drinking, and you're depressed. You will go downhill, not in a linear fashion, but in an exponential fashion. Our hope, our expectation is to see you experience opportunities that multiply at an exponential rate. And I'm really confident that if you build out your foundation of care, master or focus on what you do and become the best in the world like the Olympians, that you will have exponential opportunities. And we want to see you succeed at CU SoCal and in your personal life. So keep all of this in mind and go out and build that foundation. Focus on being the best at what you do, and you just see what happens. With that, have a great day, and thank you for all you do at CU SoCal.